Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to Den of Tools. It's Casual Fridays, and we got sales pre-Memorial Day, huge sales this weekend, pre-Memorial Day. And I've got some leaked items. Huge, huge leaks. I'm going to save them to the end, though. You got to wait to the end. But let's talk about the deals real quick, okay? First off, we got Hercules. This is the super coupon. Everyone gets 10%. It's going to be this thing like if you're not a member, you get X. If you are a member, you get a little bit more. So on this one, for Bauer, you get, and Hercules, tools and accessories, you get 10% off for everyone, 15% off for Inside Track people. Now, it's easy to sit there and say, hey, go get the Cirque Saw or something like that. Actually, there's been better deals, and I think there will be better deals on that. So I'd hold off on that. But there's some items that don't go on sale very often, and that's when you see deals like this. This is what you got to jump on. I just picked this one up recently. This is, I have the old the Earthquake 12 volt. And I wanted something I wanted the long reach one. I wanted something like this. Oh, I'm so happy with this. I've been working on the quad with the younger bear, and we got an old Honda we got donated for free, and we're going to do a total rebuild on it. Anyway, also remember the new, now this doesn't count, but the brushless stuff in both the 12 volt and the 20 volt has the 5-year warranty. The batteries, though, even if you don't buy the brushless stuff, the batteries still come with that 3-year warranty now. That's pretty awesome. Now, also remember with this accessories thing, you can get chargers and stuff like that. Something else I would consider, and I've done a video on it, I've showed it a couple ones, and I'm using it again for yet another project. I never realized how many projects I would use this thing for. It's this sucker. Look at this. This is, as you can see, it's been put to some work. I'm doing a restore on a vintage just cast iron stove, and like you'd have in a kitchen, not like a wood burning stove. I mean, it's wood burning, but you know what I mean. Anyway, this thing is an absolute beast. I love working with that thing. It really gets the job done quick. All right, let's talk about what's coming up next on the coupon list. We got the Hallmaster towing material handling. All right, the chocks, those are great. The ramps are fantastic. They actually, Harbor Freight sent me a pair of the ramps. I owe you a video on that one, but look at this. They also sent me this recently, right before we left to come back up to Montana. They sent me a whole slew of the ratchet straps. Thank goodness, because I just tossed all my old ratchet straps. You know, you have to do it every so often. Once you have them long enough, they get old. You leave them out in the weather, and at some point you got to be like, okay, these have expired, if you will. They don't last forever. Okay. They're consumables. So the more you haul, the more you tow, the more they're in the weather. And we go from the desert up through the mountains, in the snow, freezing, all that kind of stuff. So they had to go. And we got these. I got a video coming out on that. We just did the run from Vegas up here to Montana. And, you know, you think in springtime, we hit whiteout conditions near West Yellowstone. That's not surprising if you know West Yellowstone. All right, let's see. What's next up on the list? We got, okay, the Yukon, US General, or Icon storage cabinets. If you've been waiting to get one of these, this is it. 15% off of Icon. That's fantastic. But also, if you don't have an Icon budget, you're looking at Yukon, US General. It says no exclusions. It doesn't say, hey, no Series 3. You can order Series 3 now. It's already on sale, guys. 15% off. That is a no-brainer right there. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. The Predators, I've talked the Predators to death. I think I would wait for a Predator-specific sale. I mean, if you really need one right now, this would be a decent sale. It's not going to be a, you know, oh my gosh, go, you know, right to the folks, the kin folks to tell them about the great deal you got. It's going to be a decent sale. I did hear whisperings that maybe by the end of the year, and of course, Harbor Freight timeline, that means spring next year, maybe. In that time period, although I got to give them credit, they've been doing really good lately, that there might be dual fuel Predator generators. And I'm hoping on that one. All right, let's see what else we got. We got any single floor jack stands. Okay, so I looked at what they listed because I wanted to make sure, so not only jack stands, but the floor jacks as well. The jacks are fantastic. Of course, my old-timey favorite, which is the 3-ton long reach low profile. Love that one until Harbor Freight sent me this one. And I bought a couple of these with my own money. All right, I know Harbor Freight sends me a bunch of stuff, but those were what I bought with my own money. But they sent me this, and oh my gosh, if you saw it from my video at SEMA, we did a review on it recently. It's parked right over there. I need to do another comparison because this thing is fantastic. Now, in my shop here, we're up here in Montana. I got nice concrete floors, but it's about the size of a 3-car garage, but I don't have a high ceiling. So my truck will not fit in here, okay? So I got to do the work on my truck outside. Well, outside is gravel. Guess what? Boom, Bob's your uncle, as they say. Now, I will say this. The Super Duty jacks have been fantastic. And they came out with, the red one, which is nice. They came out with the candy apple one, and oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. You got to see it in good light because the metal, the deep reflective on it, just beautiful. So if that's one you're looking for, I totally get it. But let's keep going back at the coupons here. Now, the gloves, of course, the gloves are always, anytime you find the gloves, now that they're all in stock, definitely want to snag as many of those as we can. The super coupon for the compressors, 15% off. I'll say this, McGraw compressors are excellent, everyday kind of compressors, okay? But I'm having this kind of conflict now because my favorite has always been the Fortress 2-gallon. It's around here somewhere. I do have the Fortress, well, let me see if I pulled this one up. I have the 27-gallon one here. And actually, let me see if we can do some movie magic here. Let me get the, come on, there we go. As I said, it's Casual Fridays. You got to, cut me some slack here. Let's see if we can go the right way. Hey, by the way, you want to see what's behind me right there? We got grinder, belt sander, grinder, belt sander, grinder, belt sander. Guess what video's coming up pretty soon here? All right, let's keep going here. Playing around with my new trusty camera. Let's see if I can get all the way over there. Excuse the mess. We're still trying to figure out where everything's going to go. Oh, you can't quite see it. Right on the edge there. Right there. That's the 27-gallon compressor. I thought for sure it would be in frame. Maybe not. Anyway, let's pan back over here. So here's my dilemma. If you're going to be in a shop and you want to do any kind of air stuff, and I'm going to be using it for plasma cutting and some other stuff like that, I need a bigger air compressor. My 2-gallon, I love it, but right now it's getting relegated to just doing like if I'm going to run an air nailer. But the reality is, with cordless nailers these days, unless you're doing it professionally, are you really going to want to run an air nailer? And so what about like airing tires and stuff like that? Harbor Freight. Everybody and their uncle now has one of these little things. Look at this. Look at this. This is an air compressor. It'll air up my tires. It'll 80 PSI. It'll run them. It makes the sucker chug, but it's a small pump, lithium battery in there. It's got a light bar on the back. It's actually really bright. You can even use it as a power bank because look at this. It's got power in and power out. Harbor Freight, you need one of these, okay? Also, we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, let's go back and talk about some of the other stuff they have in this coupon here. Let's see. The next one was yada, yada, yada. The welders. Of course, the welders behind me, they're not Harbor Freight welders. I do have a titanium welder. You know where it is? It's at my house because it's the flux core welder. Easiest welder to use. You just throw a hood on, you throw your gloves on, you clamp down for your ground, plug it in, and you're good to go. You don't need gas or anything else. Don't do it in the kitchen. The wife generally does. No, I'm joking. Don't do it inside. You need good ventilation for flux core. But I keep the flux core at my house because I just need to do some quick patch job kind of stuff, some rough and ready kind of things. Or if I need to throw it in my truck and go help a buddy who's got something that needs done, that's the one I go. And it's like lunchbox size. All right, let's keep going on here. What else we got here? Badlands winch. I got to tell you, I love the Badlands winches. I think they're fantastic. I know every time I talk about Badlands winch, somebody else got a pipe up in the comments, and I'm going to cut you off right here. If somebody else says, oh, well, so-and-so did a video where it got destroyed, I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to call out other YouTubers, but somebody needs to say something because the guy put it on a cheap base plate and then built super strong custom base plates for everything else. The guy's a way bigger YouTuber than me. And he could easily, he damaged the product. He twisted. You can't do that with a jack. Or not jack, but with a winch. Once you twist it like that, it's shot. All right. And he knew this and he didn't replace it. All right. So you tell me man to man that was a legit review. I want to hear it. Man to man. Come on, step to me like an adult and say, yeah, that was totally honest. I totally believe that. Anyway, I could make a comment there about totally believe that the laptop wasn't real. I'm not trying to do politics. Casual Friday. It's Casual Friday. I won't do it. Anyway, or Braun lights. I gotta love lights. In fact, you can see right there. There's one I'm putting up right now. It's going to go over all that bench over there. I got like 3 or 4 of them, and they're all linkable. You definitely got to go with the linkable ones. The one I've been waiting for here is the Icon. Okay, you got to get the Icon Mini Toolbox, the little with the micro wrench and stuff. That thing's fantastic. I keep it in my truck. I kind of want to get one for next to my desk here. What do I have here? I've got the little Titan mini one like that. I keep here with a bid set and stuff. But the one it's actually in the 3rd cup holder in my truck. Now, as far as Icon tools though, you gotta say the wrench here. The wrench is fantastic. All right, look at this. This thing's great. All right. I did a whole video on the 3/8 one, and I keep going back and forth between all of them, but I do keep reaching for this one. I like it a lot. Let's see. Oh, of course, you must have your Icon gold ratchet because it's shiny. I mean, come on. They're just fun. Sometimes having fun is acceptable. Everyone doesn't need to be a stick in the mud about everything. Thunderbolt batteries. Oh, let me pull the thing back up so you can see what I'm talking about. We got the Oh, come on, you can do it. There we go. Thunderbolt batteries there. I said Casual Fridays. In fact, you know what? Let's take a break. Have you liked the video yet? If not, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to let you like the video, maybe subscribe and whatnot. I'm going to have me an evening cocktail here. What do we got here? We got Woodford's Reserve. We're going to add some cherry to it. All right. I'll do it up over here. Maybe you guys can see it there. I know it's a little bit behind can I remove the graphics here? There go the graphics. All right. Take some of the cherry. There's a screen in there, so it's not going to drop straight into the drink. Get all that in there. Let's see if the slider works. It's been a little finicky lately. Oh, there we go. All right, you've chomped that like button, right? Smash the subscribe, ring the bell, that whole 9 yards, all that YouTube dance. Come on, feed the algorithm. All right. Yep, and there it goes. To your health. That's my first time tasting the cherry. I got one of these kits, has all these different types of woods and stuff in it, just for fun. The oak I really like. The cherry, maybe not with the Woodfords. It's not terrible. Anyway, let's keep going here. Let me pull it back up. There we go. All right, and the batteries, again, get the Thunderbolt batteries, don't get the cheap yellow ones. All right, and we got was it Cover Pros? They're decent canopies. They are. The Atlas. Now, I've been kind of iffy, not iffy. I've been down on the Atlas stuff, and I'll tell you why. Let me get this. Oh no, we'll leave it up. Anyway, I've been down on the Atlas stuff, and the reason is because it's once you put the whole kit together, unless it's on a pretty good sale, it's pretty pricey. But unbeknownst to me, because I hadn't paid attention, because I was kind of thinking it was a little too expensive, they've really dropped the price on these things. And it's getting to the point, remember, you're like, well, that's still expensive for Harbor Freight. Well, this isn't the super cheap stuff. Remember, Harbor Freight's got different levels now, good, better, best. This is definitely the best. This isn't 40 volt. This isn't 56 volt. It isn't 60 volt. These are 80 volt tools. That's some high-end stuff. How high-end? Well, let's give you one of the leaked items here. Let me see if I can find it. Boom. How about if you've been looking for an 80 volt auger? How about that? I can't wait to see what the price is going to be, but I'll tell you what, we got some hard ground here in Montana, and I'm going to have to go with a gas auger for some of the projects I have for the house. Now I'm looking at this going, remember, people are like, well, but electric can't beat gas. Electricity is all torque, There's no wasted, there's no gear reduction on it. It's just straight torque, and you're digging a hole. That's torque, folks. All right, let's talk about the other stuff. And I know you saw it on the cover or on the thumbnail and whatnot. So let's talk about some of the leaks that have happened here. All right, excuse my terrible photo. That's not even Photoshop, that's paintbrush, folks. All right, this is rumored. Rumored. Here's what I've got. I've had now contact from, has to be 3 or 4 different individuals. Actually, I think it's 5 at this point because they're all giving me different information. The one thing they've all said coming down the pipe is a Super Duty in purple. Now, if you're like, well, I'm going to wait on that, brother, you're going to be waiting a while. Okay. I reached out to Harbor Freight to like, hey, here's what and I do this sometimes. I'm like, hey, here's the information I got. Do you guys care to comment? And their comment was, well, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, I know you don't, but the people who give me this information, they eventually get talk to other folks too, especially if I don't put it out there. They've got this information. It's juicy. They want to give it to somebody. They're going to get it out there. So I'm like, hey, it's going to get out there one way or another. So I'm going to tell the folks what's going on. And they're like, well, all I can say is SEMA is going to be fun. Now, SEMA is first week in November. So if that's when they're announcing it, if we go based off of how Series 3 went, it could be up to a year. All right. Point is, though, that everyone has agreed, or at least all my sources that have talked to me about this, have all said there's going to be a purple, and now whether it's going to be Mopar purple, Plum Crazy purple, fingers crossed, but there's going to be purple. And based off of the metallic red candy apple, I think they're going after the muscle car look. I think we can put that one to bed. That's going to happen. Now, the rumor past that is the next level rumor that's not nearly as, I only had a couple people say this one, is that there's going to be jack stands in purple also. And I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening. So we're almost certainly getting a jack, probably jack stands. Now, the real question, though, is what about the 30-inch cart? Are we going to add yet another Skittle-like color to the rainbow? And I hope we do. Now, let me go through. Let me pull it up over here. I got my notes, if I can get my mouse to get over there. And here's what I've heard. That there is a 30-inch 5-drawer in purple listed in their system. That's all I know. I will say this. It has not been unknown for them to put in SKU placeholders for products that they don't know if they're ever going to release. So whether that's going to happen, I don't know. But I have one, maybe 2. I'm trying to remember because I talked to so many people. I think it's 2 people who said one person said specifically there's a 30-inch cart listed. Another person said there's talk he's heard. That's what I got for you as far as that. Now, don't go away because I got more information for you. My gosh, when it rains, it pours. Here's what I got for you. Now, I have not been able to verify this from other sources, but I've got prices for Series 3, 22-inch, 15-inch end cabinet, 56 roller cabinet, 56 top chest, 42-inch roller cabinet, 42-inch top chest, 27 roller cabinet, and 27-inch top chest. So let's go through it. All right. 22-inch end locker. That's the one everyone's been asking about. How much is the end locker going to be? This is what the price I'm being told. I don't know, I don't know how real it is. But we're looking at, let me get this off my face there. I can relax some. All right. And we're looking at $400. All right. $399.99. And I can give you a SKU as well. 70352. All right. You can look that up. I'm not going to put down the links or anything. There's no link to anything, but if you can find it, 70352. Don't yell bingo. Steve, I see you back there. All right, 15-inch end locker. We're looking at 3 bills on that. $299.99. That is SKU 70351. 56-inch roller cabinet. That one's supposed to come out late spring. Now, just the other information I have is all this other stuff is supposed to be fall to late fall. The 56-inch is supposed to be mid to late summer, I think. So the roller cabinet in 56 is going to be $900. $899.99. SKU 70345. The top chest in 56 is going to be $599.99. And that's going to be SKU 70388. Now the 42-inch roller cabinet. Now a lot of you are like, well, what happened to the 44? So the 44 was something that got carried over because way back when it was mismeasured, I think, to the handle rather than the cabinet itself. They're fixing that now. They're like, no, it's a 42. It's not really a 44. So let's get that right. So it's the same cabinet, It's just with the correct measurement now. And they're looking at $649. No gray skew is listed currently in the system, but the white skew is in the system, and it's 70373. The top chest for the 42, and no, there is not a hutch for that. Okay, work center. They told me when I talked to them at SEMA that wasn't going to happen, and currently none of my sources have said they're even looking at that. You're looking at $469.99 for the top chest. Now the 27-inch roller cabinet, it's coming in at $400, $399.99. 704 was 70741, and the top chest for the 27-inch is coming at $250, $249.99. SKU number 70748. If you missed the SKU, you can pause, you can rewind. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. Oh, the titanium and chrome titanium and chrome trim kits specifically made for each of the series products. Prices are going to range from $30, which I'm guessing is going to be like a blackout kit, to $120, it's depending on the box size. So it's going to be the titanium versus chrome. So they're all going to come in the black, and then you're going to get the option for titanium or chrome, and the price anywhere from $30 to $120. Let's see here. That's all the information at S. I got to thank you very much for sending that over. Anyway, as I said, we always protect our sources. So if you've got information, whether it be for Harbor Freight or Menards or Home Depot or Ace or anywhere, feel free to reach out. It's red@denatools.com. We'll go down with the ship over our sources. Anyway, that's all we got for you today. Let me know what you think is going to be the best deal for you from the sale, if you're going to jump on it. Are you going to be jumping on the Series 3? A lot of people ask me, do you think they're icon quality? They're not icon quality. They are better quality than the Series 2. There's just no two ways about it. Anybody who's actually put hands on them and being honest about it, just look at the wheels on the thing. They're just way better. Anyway, you all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.